first off, I want to apologize for my voice. I am feeling a little bit under the weather. Not that I needed to add that in for my intro, so I went back to PS4 in GTA Online. I decided to create another account on my PS4 because I still have quite a bit of friends on PS4. I got to the point where I can do my KO and I'm set. Now I just pretty much use this account to help other people. The way that I usually do it is I set up my KO pre-go, but I don't do the finale until someone actually needs it. And that's exactly what I was doing the other night. Most of the time when I make a video, it's kind of like I have a concept, I might write a script or whatever, and I make a video. But sometimes there are cases where I don't intend on making a video, but whatever happens, and I decide to make a video. Now I decided to do this video because I was getting griefed, or I should say someone was attempting to grief me, but I escaped it pretty narrowly, and I want to show you exactly what happened. Sometimes it can be easy, sometimes it's just you gotta be lucky, because honestly as a low level there's not really a whole lot you can do to actually avoid getting griefed. At the time of this recording, I was level 25, almost at level 26, and you really don't get a whole lot unlocked until you get into the hundreds. Now to get right into the meat of this video, I was just kind of doing my thing and I was doing some setups, and then I noticed one of my friends was actually getting griefed pretty hard. He actually sent me a message earlier and told me not to kill his crew, and I just replied with an I'm not, and I didn't. And I did feel a little bit bad because this one player was killing him continuously, and he even got on the mic to tell him to stop, and he just kept doing it. Even though I was feeling really bad, I have to remember the very first rule as a low level: don't be a hero. Starting out, you don't really have very much strength, and you can't really take a whole lot before you're actually dead. So there's literally not much you can actually do other than get killed a million times. But of course, I was fortunate enough to get some morons that were trying to grief me, like this guy for example. Now, did you see it? It was literally a split second, and I slowed it down a little bit to make sure that you saw it. He was desperately trying to blow up my submarine, but he couldn't, and apparently he fell off his oppressor and ended up getting it destroyed like a moron. I didn't really have to do much in this scenario because I accidentally destroyed my Sparrow, so he couldn't even lock onto me. This is one example of pure luck, and also another idiot player that doesn't even know how to grief properly. Now this kind of ties into the second rule: always check your map. I was currently in a mission when he was trying to destroy my submarine, so there isn't much you can do even in a mission. But when I finally got into my submarine after my character was kind of glitching for a second, I immediately passed the mission at least. So as soon as I got into my submarine, I fast traveled to the nearest location or furthest location, wherever. And on his end of things, I would just disappear pretty much. And of course his oppressor was destroyed, and after that he kind of just left me alone. There's usually a 3 to 4 minute timer when your oppressor gets destroyed before you can call it again. But after I got out of harm's way, I just continued my setups and remembered to always check my map. So when I finally got to the very last mission before the finale, again I accidentally destroyed my Sparrow. So I went into the building and I got the weapons as I usually do. And when I finished and left the building, the same guy that was killing my friend earlier started stalking me. And it looked like he had another player with him, even though he wasn't in his CEO. They weren't trying to kill each other, so I was assuming they were together. So at this point I was getting a little bit worried, because if you start getting killed as a low level like this, your KD will get all screwed up and you'll probably never recover. I made the mistake of not worrying about it with my regular account, because I've literally got a 0.62 KD, and it's literally going to take me 1,000 more kills on other players in order for me to actually get my KD to at least 1. I generally don't normally care about this, but I'm just trying to do things a little bit differently with this new character on PlayStation 4. So basically I saw these guys stalking me on the map and I decided to just hide. While I was hiding, I decided to go ghost in my organization. That's another thing that will keep you hidden on the map. Originally, I was going to attempt to get into my Sparrow that I had respawned, but before I even thought about it, I moved and this guy attempted to snipe me. I knew because I heard the sound when he missed. But I was still attempting to get into my Sparrow, but before I could get around to it, this idiot goes ahead and destroys it. So now I know I'm in a bit of a pickle. I know that I'm in Ghost Organization, which means he can't see me, so all I can do now is escape. And escape is what I did. For me to do this, I decided to go back in time to 2013 before there was flying vehicles. I did this the old-fashioned way, by using a stolen vehicle. I stole a car, got to the ocean, and then spawned my dinghy, and I used a boat to get back to my sub, and it worked. I decided to put together 4 rules that a low level should abide by, and yes, these rules are gonna make you sound like a coward, but trust me, as of right now, as a last gen console player, someone before PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series SX or whatever console you're on, you're gonna want to abide by these rules or you will have a really bad time on GTA Online. Rule number 1, don't be a hero, first and foremost. Rule number 2, always check your map for other players. Rule number 3, hide. I know it sounds cowardly, but as a low level, it's really the only thing you can do. Just remember, you can always activate Ghost Organization or go off the radar by calling Lester. And finally, rule number 4, run. Trust me, you're not going to want to engage anyone unless they are a lower level than you or at about the same level. Unless, of course, you are at least past level 120. So with that said, I hope you actually took my advice, and if you did, let me know in the comments, and I appreciate all the love and support that I get from you guys. Don't forget to run over the like button with your car and do a San Andreas drive-by to the subscribe button and tell a friend about me. In other words, that means like and subscribe. Until next time, you will see me in the next video. Bye.